At a critical moment of Chinese political development, Charter 08 proposes to establish a constitutional democracy in response to challenging problems in China. For independent Chinese intellectuals, the regime of constitutional democracy is the mainstream of world political development in the past 200 years. It originated from the Western world, underwent 3 waves of democratization, and has been the dominant regime in world politics. The idea of a constitutional democracy originated from political revolution in Britain, the United States, and France. In 1688, the British set up a constitutional regime in England, where the rule of law has been established since then. In 1776, the American people founded a republic where the top executive and legislative have to be elected by popular votes. In the 1789 French Revolution, a democratic form of government was formed, one in which all citizens had equal political rights. According to Samuel Huntington's work, Third Wave, democratization underwent 3 waves in world politics. The first wave of democracy began in the early 19th century, when suffrage was granted to the majority of white males in the United States. At its peak, the first wave saw 29 democracies in the world.
1824 was a watershed election in the United States. For the first time, a substantial number of commoners could vote for president.
The Constitution simply...
This continued until 1922, when Benito Mussolini rose to power in Italy. The ebb of the first wave lasted from 1922 until 1942, during which the number of democracies in the world dropped to a mere 12.
Agrees to the surrender of all German armed forces in Holland, in northwest Germany, including the Frisian Islands and Heligoland and all other islands.
The second wave began following the Allied victory in World War II and crested nearly 20 years later in 1962 with 36 recognized democracies in the world. The second wave ebbed as well at this point, and the total number dropped to 30 democracies between 1962 and the mid-1970s. But the flat line would not last for long, as the third wave was about to surge in a way no one had ever seen before.